contrast. This is the first thing that pops up my mind during the site visit. Because of the drastic contrast between both sides, it distanced each other and was as if there were two worlds once crossing the LRT Damai Bridge. Well, with that being said, is there any way to bond both sides together and to make them see each other as one big community in Kuala Lumpur? There are two strategies proposed for the question. The first one would be the pooling strategy, to pool people from both sides together at the spot. The Malay house concept is implemented in design. Now, how is this Malay house concept pulling people together? For the Keramat side, the Malay house form is undoubtedly very familiar and homely for the people as it resonates with their culture. With that, it eases the process to pull the people from Keramat towards Damai. Whereas for the Damai side, the Malay house concept are able to attract their attention as it stands out in a sea of modernized bungalows. This pulls the Damai people in, where they both intersect and meet at one point. With that, on to the second strategy, which is the engaging strategy. After pulling people from both sides together at a point, it is also important to make them stay and interact as long as possible. This requires a platform that allows this possibility. The Klang River, which is an existing bonding element, can be seen as a potential tool for it. This inspires the proposal of a river rehab center that promotes riverine activities, river awareness, knowledges, and river care in the longer term. Now moving on to the conceptual form development of the proposal. Firstly, the initiative form of the proposal is designed to be slightly tilted to the orientation of the river. Next, with the side context of being in a residential area, the form is developed more onto the left side, opposing the direction of an existing residential building. This also reduces the potential visual blockage of the resident. Then, to strengthen the pulling effect, the existing connecting bridge at the Keramat side is proposed to link with the Damai side, and the bridge level is altered to create different viewpoints of the river and also different path experience. And of course, most importantly, the bridge has to have a converging point where people of the both sides get to meet each other and then recessing down the amphitheater towards the river. And off next, not to mention the site of Akli Highway and LRT Damai, which possesses possible sound pollution towards the proposal. With that, the upper facade facing the Akli Highway is mostly covered, whereas for the upper floors facing the opposite side are designed to be openable towards the views of the KL cityscape. And for the lower floors, they are totally openable and penetrable from one side to another, allowing continuous path experience and visual feast. And last but not least, the building is topped off with the Malay house concept elements, with the rooftop proposed with walkways that allows people to enjoy the cityscape views and the Kampung Keramat views. Lastly, the concept form development ends with the rooftop stream, which is the rainwater harvesting system. It allows rainwater to collect at the lower points of the roof and into the rainwater downpipe hidden inside the arch columns. Next, on to the Malay house concept, which contributes to the exterior form of the building. Firstly, the most obvious trait is the pitch roof inspired by the simple form of Bumbung Panjang, which is the original roof of a Malay heritage house. It is expressed in a curved style that portrays a more fun feeling within the former filling area of Damai. With the simple roof structure, it is duplicated rhythmically downwards towards the existing residential area. Moving on to achieve the stilt element in the Malay house, the columns of the proposed building is emphasized, and the ground floor is recessed in to create a grand and tall feeling of the building, and that is visually standing on stilts. Next off, the tangga element of Malay house is portrayed as the grand amphitheater leading to the ground floor. and the facade design is inspired by existing modern Malay bungalow on site, which involves arches. And last but not least, greeneries are introduced to the building in order to recreate the Kampung feeling of surrounding by tall trees. Now, without further ado, let's see how well the concept is being implemented inside the building, along with activities of each floor. So, in the end, not just people from both sides get to interact and understand each other better, but indirectly, they've also did their part as a community to take care of the historical Klang River.